going to be about soul ties. So we're going to talk about how they become, how you can detach yourself, everything like that. But first, I just wanted to say that I do have a spiritual store called electrosoul.co, in which I sell these earrings, this shirt, so you can see 333, and I do have a spiritual TikTok, Instagram, literally everything that you need is going to be down in the description. And I'm coming out with some sort of like one-on-one help that's going to be like packages. Basically, I'll put them on my website once they're done, but stay tuned for that. Let's get into the video, because I know that this is an important topic and a lot of people want to know about it. So what is a soul tie? So a soul tie is basically a bond that you create with another soul, right? So before you come to earth, like I say many times before, you choose everything that's going to happen to you. So you choose your life on earth, you choose the things that's going to happen to you, you choose the people that are around you, you choose the situations, the karmic situations, you choose literally everything. And what this does is basically, it forces you to grow. Every situation that you've been through, everything that you've been led through up until this point was something that your soul chose before you came to earth, so that you can grow as a human being, so that you can grow as a soul. So in the next life, you know, you'll be more wise, you know, you'll learn all your lessons in this life. It really depends. But along with that, we choose our karmic soulmates, we choose our soulmates, we choose everybody that we interact with and what the purpose is for that interaction. A soul bond or a soul tie is, let's give an example with karmic soulmates, right? So with karmic soulmates, when you're attached to the hip and you cannot for some reason get away from this person, no matter how much you try, once you separate from them, you have dreams about them, you can't stop thinking about them. Of course, this can also go for soulmates in twin flames, but this example is more for karmic, which a karmic soulmate is somebody who is forced into your life to help you grow. You know, you don't want them to leave, but they have to leave because they serve their purpose, and their purpose is literally to push you into a next level of spiritual growth. And this usually goes for like first love relationships, maybe a toxic parent, a toxic best friend, people like that, bullies, people that force you to become a different person. A soul tie with a karmic soulmate, it's kind of inevitable. You are going to have a soul tie or soul bond of some sort with the karmic soulmate, because obviously they're going to have such an impact in your life that's going to force you to grow. So you're gonna have to go through something. The way I like to see it is like an invisible cord that ties you two together. So say for example, you and your ex broke up and you can't stop thinking about this person, even though they hurt you like really badly, they cheated on you, they treated you badly, but you have dreams about them still, you still want to check up on them, see how they're doing, you still want to reconnect, even though you know that this person is not meant for you. What that signifies is that the wire or the cord that's holding you two together is still in place. So that cord is still, you know, holding strongly onto the both of you. And usually this connection runs on both sides. Sometimes the cord can be bigger on one person's end and then smaller on the other person's end. For example, you're chasing after your karmic ex that you still miss and you still love, but they want nothing to do with you. Generally, they still have that connection to you. They enjoy the fact that you're chasing after them, trying to get them back, but the cord on their end is like this, and then the cord on your end is like this. What you're supposed to do here is remove these cords. That's another thing I kind of wanted to talk about, because I realized that a lot of people say that you're supposed to cut cords. Something that I learned years ago when I was doing my own cord removal is that you can't cut cords, because if you're cutting a cord, like say for example there's a cord attaching two people and then you cut right in the middle, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to grow back just like a weed. It's going to literally reconnect again. What you're going to want to do here is remove the cord from both people, literally from inside of the soul, remove it. And the way you can do this is through meditation. That's how I did it. I removed all the cords from people that I was attached to that were karmic or that were not good for me and that I knew I needed to get out of my life for good. So what I did was, in meditation, I visualized myself removing a cord from that person. So all the roots that were in that person, how deep it was, all the connections that I felt, slowly pulled it out just like you would a weed, right? So you pull it out one root at a time, and until it comes out completely. And then what you're gonna do is on yourself, you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna envision the roots deep inside of you, and you're gonna envision yourself pulling them out slowly, and all of the roots coming out. Of course, when I did this, I more so envisioned Archangel Michael doing it because I feel like at the time it was something that I wanted to do but I was scared to do, so I just asked Archangel Michael to do it for me. So as you literally see like a blue light removing them both and then taking them out. Sometimes though, like for the aftermath of the cord removal, sometimes if your connection runs extremely deep where you are so attached to this person, you might have to do this more than once. Sometimes you'll see like an extra cord still there, or multiple cords. That's another common one. Like you'll see cords attached to the head, to the arms, to the, like literally the whole body is like attached to them, like a whole bunch of cords, and you'll have to remove one of them at a time. You'll see this happen a lot if you still can't forget the person or move on or forgive them after doing the one cord removal. I think I had to do this like 5 times on one specific person like 3 years ago when I was doing cord removals. But the crazy thing is that after you're done doing it, you're gonna feel like a purge. You're going to feel all of these emotions coming to surface. You're gonna probably start crying. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe like everything that I went through. You're gonna realize how toxic things were. You're gonna realize your self-worth. You're gonna realize that your soul needed that in order to grow. And from there on out, things are gonna be way better. Like after the purge, of course, like you have to deal with your emotions, write down how you feel. For me, I'm a big writer, so whenever like I was done with these things, I would just write down how I was feeling and the purge and all of these things that I would feel while doing the cord removal and the aftermath. That helped me so much. So after that, you know, as time went on, I stopped thinking about them. Like not too long after the cord removal, things just kind of disappeared on their own. And that's the intention that you want to bring to surface. When you want to do cord removals, put the intention that you want to forgive this person, forget this person, move on from this person, and just let it go. This doesn't only go for people. Sometimes this goes for situations. Like I know I've had a lot of karmic situations happen to me as well. Situations with a person maybe, or an event that I just was traumatized by, or it was too much for me to handle. You would do the same thing because you can also have cords attached to a certain situation, like a certain memory that really triggers you. Of course, sometimes it takes time. I recommend doing the same thing with any situation that you cannot stop thinking about. Say something happened to you 3 years ago with a person that screwed you over, or something super embarrassing happened and you just want to forget it. I recommend doing a cord removal. Another thing that I recommend for when you're doing cord removals are goodbye letters. That was another thing I learned a few years ago. I knew it was going to be helpful to me because like I said before, I do write. After I was done doing a cord removal, I would write a goodbye letter to that person. Yeah, I would write these letters after I was done doing cord removals, and I would just write a very in-depth letter basically describing about how they made me feel, all the things that I wanted to forget, how painful things were. Basically, I just put everything on paper and I say goodbye at the end. You have taught me everything that I needed to know, but I'm done with this situation. I'm moving on for the better. And then I just burn the letter. I would basically just say, thank you for teaching me everything that I needed to know, but I have to forget you now. Things are different. I'm a much better person, and I understand that in that time when I was going through this situation, I had to feel certain things, I had to go through certain things, but now is the time to forget you, so I'm just gonna forget you. Like literally, that's how you would do it. I mean, of course, everyone has their own way. A lot of people express a lot of anger into it. Me personally, I was angry at a lot of situations, so I would just blurt out on paper. I would literally write everything. I know a lot of people would ask me if they should keep it or burn it. Personally, I kept mine until I was sure that I was letting go, but I don't recommend doing that because I realized that when I was doing that, I was kind of like holding on to the situation even more. Like I had to burn it to know that it was over. And obviously, people only do this when they're ready, but who's ever really ready? You kind of just have to push yourself and just say F it and do it. And that's exactly what I did. I just decided to burn all of them. Yeah, I shouldn't be keeping letters of what I felt, like no. So I just burned everything. And yeah, after that, like honestly, things got so much better. Like I said, it's a process for everybody. Everybody heals differently, but this is something that I did that helped me remove cords to certain people and certain situations, everything. It's so helpful. You just have to focus, like genuinely focus. If you actually want to get rid of this situation and you actually want to forget what happened, please just focus on what you're doing, you know? Don't make excuses. I promise you, that person is not worth it. That situation is not worth thinking about. let it go. I promise everything will be fine. Once you let things go, you feel such a weight being lifted. All the guilt disappears. Everything is just gone. Please, don't be so hard on yourself. If it takes you multiple tries, multiple letters, multiple cord removals, that's totally fine. Everybody's different. But please do give this a try because it is extremely helpful. Okay, that's basically all I wanted to say because this is a topic that I feel like many people need to know about and many people should do as well. Do it at your own pace. Like I said, please do not rush yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much for 100K plus on TikTok. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, thank you guys. I'm so glad that y'all like my content that much and that I'm helping people. Literally my dream. That's it. That's my dream. Thank you guys again. I love you guys so much. Please like, follow, subscribe. If you liked it, send it to another person that you feel like would benefit. Whatever it is, just God bless you guys so much. Thank you.